Welcome back to the show, everyone.
Thanks for joining us today.
Hey everyone, and welcome. So you're dreaming about studying abroad, right? But then you look at the price tag and, well, it can feel a little daunting. The good news is you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to break down the strategies that can turn that big dream into a fully funded reality. Let's jump right in.
You know, it's a story we hear all the time. You have this huge, amazing dream, but it comes with this even bigger financial worry. And honestly, for a lot of talented students, that's the single biggest hurdle. But here's the thing, it absolutely does not have to be a deal breaker. To put this all into perspective, just look at this number. Over 1.2 million students in India applied for the NEET medical entrance exam in 2024. Now, think about that. All of them were competing for just a tiny fraction of the seats available. It's exactly this kind of intense competition that's pushing so many brilliant minds to look for opportunities overseas.
And that's exactly where strategy comes in. See, this isn't just about finding money. It's about being smart, planning way ahead, and really understanding the entire landscape of opportunities that are out there waiting for you.
So here's our roadmap for today. We've kind of covered the dream and the dilemma. Next, we are going to dive deep into the world of scholarships. Then we'll explore how smart country choices can lower your costs. We'll build your winning application playbook. And finally, and this is a big one, we'll learn how to read between the lines.
Okay, so the world of financial aid can seem, well, kind of chaotic, right? But it's not. It's actually really structured once you have the map. And there are really three main territories you need to get to know. And here they are. You've got your government-funded scholarships, like the big Commonwealth Scholarship in the UK. Then there are awards that come directly from the universities. They're trying to attract top talent, after all. And finally, you have privately funded scholarships from amazing organizations like the Rhodes Trust. The most important thing to remember here is that each of these has different goals, so your application really needs to be tailored to match.
And this is a really key point. The top-tier scholarships are about so much more than just tuition. I mean, just look at what the Commonwealth Scholarship can cover. Your tuition, a monthly living allowance, your plane tickets, and even a warm clothing allowance. This is the difference between just getting some help and getting the kind of full support that lets you focus 100% on your studies. But hey, winning a huge scholarship isn't the only way to do this. In fact, one of the most powerful financial decisions you can make happens long before you even apply for any aid. It all comes down to your choice of country.
Check this out. Here are two completely different models for making your education affordable. On one side, you have Germany, where public universities have zero. That's right, zero tuition fees. You just pay a small administrative fee each semester. On the other side, you have a country like Russia, where the government heavily backs the universities, keeping costs way down and very transparent. Two different strategies, same result. A high-quality degree without a mountain of debt. And, you know, major study destinations are always evolving their approach. China, for instance, is making a really interesting shift. They're moving toward a new system designed to make sure international students are truly ready for the academic environment there.
It's called the China Scholastic Competency Assessment, or CSCSCA for short. Now here's the crucial takeaway. This is not just another exam. It's a fundamental change in philosophy. It's moving beyond just looking at past grades to actually checking if a student is ready for a whole new academic system. It's really a strategic move from quantity to quality.
Okay, so we've looked at the what and the where. Now let's get into the how. This is your practical step-by-step guide to putting together an application that gets noticed.
The whole process really boils down to these four key steps. Step 1, research, and you need to start at least a year early. Step 2, prepare your documents and be incredibly meticulous. Step 3, submit everything through the official portals online and be religious about those deadlines. And Step 4, if an interview is required, practice until you feel confident. Seriously, in this process, planning early and carefully makes all the difference.
And here's your essential document checklist. Just think of this as your application toolkit. You'll need your academic records, proof of admission, a really compelling statement of purpose, and strong letters of recommendation. And of course, for any aspiring medical students out there, a valid NEET score is absolutely non-negotiable. Knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. Applying at the last minute, submitting messy or incomplete paperwork, or writing a generic statement of purpose can sink your chances right from the start. And here's a critical tip. Always verify any information you get from an agent against the university's official website. These might seem like simple mistakes, but they are surprisingly common and they can be very costly.
So, let's say you've done it. You won the scholarship. That's amazing. But the story doesn't end there. Accepting an award isn't just about getting the money, it's about accepting a whole set of responsibilities and conditions.
Let's use the prestigious Chevening Scholarship as a case study here. Getting this award is a massive, life-changing achievement, but it comes with some very specific terms that you absolutely have to understand from day one.
One of the biggest conditions you'll find, especially with government-funded scholarships, is the home residency rule. For Chevening, this means you are required to return to your home country for at least 2 years after you finish your degree. This is a non-negotiable part of the agreement, and it's designed to make sure you bring all your new skills back to your community.
The financial details also really matter. For example, Chevening's contribution to an MBA program is capped at £22,000. If your program costs more, you have to cover the rest. There are also rules about part-time work, no more than 20 hours a week during the term. These details are absolutely crucial for your budget.
And remember, not all financial aid is a pure gift. The Aga Khan Foundation, for example, offers an award that's structured as half grant and half loan. This means you are expected to repay 50% of the funds after you graduate. It is so important to understand these repayment terms before you accept any offer.
Okay, so let's recap the most important points. Intense competition at home makes studying abroad a really viable path. Funding is out there from governments, universities, and private sources. Your choice of country can be a financial strategy in itself. A strong, early, and well-documented application is absolutely critical. And finally, you have to understand the conditions that come with any scholarship you accept.
So, we've laid out the map, the strategies, and the playbook. A global education isn't just for the wealthy, it's for the well-prepared. Your future abroad is so much closer than you think. The only question left is, what will your first step be? Thanks for joining me.